welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Seamless Knitting Podcast. I'm Christina Pretty, your host. This is episode 5. It is Sunday, February the 25th here in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. You can find me and all of my seamless pattern designs on Ravelry. You can also find me on Facebook, my website, and Instagram. Everything will be linked in the show notes below this video, as well as my email address and mailing address in case you'd like to get in touch with me. Today's topic is spring and summer knits. But before we start, pour yourself a beverage of choice and grab your knitting and let's SSK for a bit. Now, before we start, I would like to announce the winner of our free draw from last podcast, and I will post a picture here of the winner, and her name is at Rosie, and I'm going to spell the last name because I can't pronounce it, SARKIOJ-VZ3DK. And congratulations, you won the jean hat pattern. So the next thing I want to talk about is I put a survey out on the last podcast about the Laxton yarns to see if anybody has used them, what they thought of them, if they're popular, and that sort of thing. And I didn't get any response, unfortunately, about the Laxton yarns, so I'm not sure if there is any Canadian distributors for them, and if people are using them here. They are British yarns, and so at this point I don't think I'll carry them in my store right now, but maybe at a later date I'll revisit that and think about it and maybe ask the question again and see as time goes on. So anyways, I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing. So today, because it's winter still here and we've been having some gray days, but we've also been having some sunny days, which is very nice. I thought I would bring a little bit of sunshine to the podcast today and wear my sweater. It's called My Sweater, the pattern design, and in my yellow, which I can call my yellow jacket. So I thought I would wear that today, just brighten up the podcast and bring a bit of sunshine and put a smile on everybody's face with this bright sweater. So anyways, I won't talk about it much because I have talked about it in the past, but you can purchase this pattern on Ravelry. It's called My Sweater. This one here this is a size 32 that I did. And the one that you'll see on Ravelry that I'm wearing was a size 34 because I just wanted a bit more room to wear different things under it. This one's a little bit more fitted, which I like. What else can I say about it? I love the buttons on it. I'll show you those if I can. So they are plastic. They are a very light yellow and they have a swirly design in the center. You can see that. There. So I thought they were cute. It's really hard to match yellow when you are putting buttons on, and I just thought these were appropriate. So anyways, that's my what I'm wearing. So let's talk about what's on the mannequin here. Okay, this here is called Speckles and Stripes tee, and this is a new pattern design that I just released and published yesterday on Ravelry. So it was just put out yesterday before this podcast so that after talking about it, if you want to get a copy, you can. I didn't want to do the podcast and publish it later. That doesn't make sense. So I really had to work hard to get things done for this podcast ahead of time. But anyways, so I designed this t-shirt last summer, and it's taken this long to get it published. So it all had to be tested, and of course, you know the drill. If you're a designer and how much work goes into designing a pattern and test knitting it and publishing it, it's a lot of work. And so anyways, and I'm not in any hurry. I'm not out there to you know, be the top designer in the world or have the most patterns or anything like that. I just take my time, and when they get done, they get done. So anyways, it is finally done, and I'm happy to have it out there for you to make before summer gets here. So I'm calling it my spring and summer knits, because you can always wear it now and put a sweater over it if you're cold, or if you unless you want to make it in the long sleeve version, which the pattern has that as well. So this can be short sleeved or long sleeved. Okay, so let's just talk about it. This is the adult version. Okay, we're going to talk about the adult version first, because I did publish the children's version as well, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So there's a lot to talk about today, and a lot to show you. And I don't know how long this video is going to go, but I'll just go until I'm done. And if there's not enough time to finish everything, we can always do that on the next one. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about the t-shirt first before we get into the yarn. Because I know you're probably all thinking, what kind of yarn is this? And what have I done to get it like this? So anyways, this is a unisex t-shirt. And when I say unisex, it's this here t-shirt goes from size 32 to 50, but it can be modified for bigger sizes or smaller sizes. If you've ever done a top-down raglan sweater, you know you can modify and adjust those sizes to make smaller or bigger sizes. Anyways, it's a basic top-down raglan t-shirt, and some of the colors that this yarn comes in are suitable for men as well, but you could do these in solid colors as well and add your own design, your own texture, your own. It's like a blank canvas. So you can basically do whatever you want with it once you have the pattern. So it is seamless. It's done from the top down. It's all in one piece construction. It has a 2x2 collar, 2x2 rib, 2x2 rib sleeve cuffs, and a 2x2 ribbed hem. There are German short rows in the top here. I have done the German short rows all the way around, so from here back and forth, so it's done full German short rows around, so that gives it a better fit when you're wearing your t-shirt. So it raises the back of the neck up and drops the front down a bit and gives it a little bit of a scoop, so it's not so tight to your neck and choking you off. So I put the German short rows in. I have done a make one right, make one left increase for the raglan seams here, and there are some decreases, decrease shaping under the underarms for the sleeves. Now, if you're doing the long sleeve version, there's also shaping for the sleeves for the long sleeve. This is a straight down t-shirt, but you could modify it and do some waist shaping if you wanted to. And what I mean by waist shaping, I usually knit for a little bit, and then I'll make a decrease. I'll knit a few more rows and do a decrease. Then I'll do straight knitting for maybe double that length, and then I'll do an increase, and I'll knit for a bit, and then an increase, and then straight for a bit. So that can give it some waist shaping here. And if you wanted to do that modification for the sides, now the collar is picked up after the fact. So when the whole top is finished, you can pick up your collar, and it's done in the 2x2 rib, like I said. And I have done it so that it lines up nicely with the raglan seams. So the knit 2 lines up with the 2 stitches for the raglan seam, which is really nice. So it blends right into the collar, which is a nice feature. Yeah, so I don't think there's too much else to say about that. Okay, so let's talk about the yarn. Okay, so the yarn that I used was called Cotton Supreme Waves. So this here is the label. And this one was done in the color, this one here was done in the color Paradise. So the yarn comes in cakes. So I'll just show you here. This is what a cake is, where it has a center pull to the yarn. So when you go to use it, you can just pull it from the center and use it straight from the cake, which is really nice. So these are 100-gram cakes. It's soft as butter. It's very, very, very soft to knit with, and it just feels like a really luxurious, soft cotton. So it's beautiful to knit with, especially if you're working with the Addy Click needles. It makes it really nice and slippery and smooth to knit with, and to wear it next to skin, it's just super soft. You don't need to wear anything under the t-shirt. It's great next to skin. Very baby skin worthy. Okay, so it's a number 3 DK weight yarn, 100% cotton. It's 100 grams. There's 210 meters, 230 yards in a cake. So when you're looking at it, it looks like it's hand dyed. It looks like it's hand dyed or a marled look to it. Now these yarns here I call, like, that's called the speckly yarn, I call it. So you get this marled speckled look, hence the reason why I called the pattern Speckles and Stripes, because it's like speckles with the stripes t-shirt. So that's why I named it that. So I'm going to show you the different colors that this yarn comes in. There is the speckled look like this one, and there's also some solid colors. Okay, so I'm going to show you some pictures here, and when I show you the pictures of the yarn, and tell you about the colors that are in those cakes, they're in no particular order. They're not in the order that they're coming when they pull the yarn out. The color that's coming first, second, third, or fourth. It's not like that. I'm just going to tell you the colors that are in there because that's just a little too much work to say them in order. But I will tell you the colors that are coming out of the cakes. Okay, so I'm going to be posting some pictures here, and I'll explain each picture. So the first one is a picture of 3 balls of yarn. Now, I should say 3 cakes of yarn. So 3 Cotton Supreme cakes of yarn. So there's going to be a picture here.
And when you're looking at it from your view, you are going to see in the top left-hand corner, you're going to see a picture of the one called Autumn Apple. So in that cake, you will see a soft green, a soft brown, a light coral, a medium coral, and a cream. So the one to the right of it is called Abalone. And you'll see pink, light blue, light purple, coral, and light teal. The one below is called Cumulus. And you'll see black, white, light gray, medium gray, and dark gray. Okay, so those are three new colors that they've come out with. The next photo that you're going to see here is a picture of one of my students, and her name is Joanne. She's also a good friend, and she is wearing the t-shirt in the color Lakeside. So you'll see light blue, light green, medium green, and a gray. And that was done in a size 42. Okay, so the next photo you're going to see is, I'm going to be showing you all the solid colors now in these photos that I'm showing first. These will be the solid colors, and we'll get to the speckled ones again in a minute. But I'm going to show you some of the solid ones because it's just the way I have them on my notes here and the way I'll present them here in the podcast. So the first one that I'm going to show you here is called Lagoon. Now, these pictures that I'm going to show you for the first bit are the actual t-shirts that have been knit up in these colors, and I have folded them up into a nice folded t-shirt so that you could see all the colors that comes out of each cake. So it's a good representative, and the first one is Lagoon, and you'll see light teal, medium teal, dark teal. I'm saying black, but I don't think it's not black. It's a very dark greeny teal, I'm going to say, and then a green. So that is the color Lagoon. The next one here will be called Daybreak. And you're going to see orange, pink, yellow, gray, and teal. So that's Daybreak. The next one is called, I'll post it here, is Heliotrope. Is light purple, dark purple, pink, and gray. So that's Heliotrope. The next one is Prism. Right here. You'll see green, orange, blue, pink, and purple. So that's Prism. The next one is called Equator. I'll post here. You'll see light blue, medium blue, dark blue, and green. That's Equator. Okay, so now we're going to get into the same kind of photos, but these will be the speckled colored samples. So the first one here is called Strawberry Swirl. So you'll see pink, light coral, medium coral, dark coral, and cream. That's Strawberry Swirl. The next one is called Gemstones. You'll see yellow, green, purple, and pink. And that's Gemstones. The next one is called Berry Splash, and I'll put that here. And you'll see blue, pink, purple, and gray. That's Berry Splash. The next one here is called Salt Water, and you'll see brown, white, teal, and gray. So that's Salt Water. Okay. The next one you're going to see is called Paradise. which is the same that's on my mannequin here, which is light teal, medium teal, dark teal, and green. The next one here is called Ice Cream. You'll see light blue, medium blue, yellow, and coral. Okay, so those are all the colors that the Cotton Supreme waves come in. I call them speckles, and then solids, speckles and solids. So you can see that there is a wide range of color choices and a mixture of colors put together to create such a beautiful yarn to work with. And so the next thing I'm going to show you, I just want to point out too how you can see the striping here and how the width of the stripes are, and how they will change if you're doing bigger sizes in this t-shirt pattern. Your bigger sizes, the striping is going to get thinner. Okay, and if you're doing smaller sizes than this, they're going to get wider. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, so now I'm going to show you and talk to you about the children's version of this pattern. Okay, the children's version is called Sprinkles and Stripes. So the adult version is Speckles and Stripes. I called it Sprinkles and Stripes, so meaning tinier. So I'm going to show you the t-shirts that I have done in the yarn. Now the first 4. The first 4 t-shirts that I'm going to show you are in the speckled colors. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you first is called Paradise. And I want to show it to you because it's the same color as this one, but you're going to see the difference in the striping in the smaller version and how it works out. So this one here is, these tops that I'm going to show you are all done in size 1. So the children's sizes come in size 1 up to size 12. So there's 10 sizes in the adult and 10 sizes in the children's version. Okay, they're so cute. Okay, so there is the size 1 in the Paradise color, and you can see there what it looks like. So you have the dark color up here, then it goes to the green, and then it goes to the lighter teal and the darker teal. Now, and then you can see how I have matched the sleeves to the striping here. And I did the same thing on this top. So you can see the striping follows the colors from the body of the sweater to the sleeves. And you're going to see that on this one as well. So here's the body, and this is the color that came out next. And I did the sleeves in that color. Okay, so it was knit from the top down, and so all these colors came out from top down. And then when I went to do the sleeves, I matched the green to go with the green. Now the collar is picked up and knit at the end, and so I matched this one with the dark color because that's the color that was at the top. So I did dark with the dark, the green with the green, and this came out the way it comes out. So that is the Paradise in the children's version. Okay. The next one I'm going to show you is called Ice Cream. So you can see that I did the same thing with this one. So it started with the dark blue all the way down to the corally pink color. And then when I did the sleeves, I matched it to the yellow. So the yellow's on both sides. And then I picked up the collar and I picked it up with the same blue that was at the top. So that one is called Ice Cream, all in size 1. Okay, so the next one is called Salt Water. Okay, so I started here and you can see that it's white, and then it goes all the way down to the dark teal. And then the sleeves are sort of a gray. So I matched the sleeves to go with the striping here. And then the collar was, or the top part of here was white, so I matched the collar in white to go with this one. So you can see how the stripes are wider than on the adult size, but it's still so cute. And how all the speckles turn out. Okay, the next one is called Berry Splash. Okay, it starts off here with the gray all the way down to this bright pink. Now, this here, when I finished doing the dividing of the sleeves, I had some blue and a bit of purple there. Sorry. Yeah, a bit of purple there. So I just matched the blue, and a bit of blue came out, but then the purple came out. So there's purple on the sleeves there, not full blue like it would be down here. And then the collar I picked up, and I didn't have any more gray, so I just put the purple on. Now you can do whatever you want with these colors. These are the kind of cakes that you have to manage yourself, how you want them to come out. So usually I start off, when I'm doing these tops, I like to look at the cake and see all the colors that are in it. And then I like to decide which one do I want to start off with first. Because I want one that's going to frame my face, or I think about the color that I'm putting on for the collar. So I'm going to start with the color that I want next to my face. So I look at the one that I want to start with, and I start with it until the ball of yarn, the cake of yarn, runs out. And once that cake runs out, what you need to do is find the next cake that has the same color that you just finished with, to start the next ball. So you have to look at them all to decide how it's going to go. Then you use that one and you keep doing that until you get to the hem and you're finished. Then you go to match up your sleeves like I've done here, and you'll find the color that will match the sleeves if you want your t-shirt matchy-matchy. So, and then at the end, you can, on this one here, you can see that I started off with the teal color up here, and but I knew I wanted this dark color for my collar. So I looked at it and seen these colors coming out, and I kind of followed it and then put the black up there. So I wanted that color to frame my face. So you might have to cut out some of the yarn when it comes to the colors, to manage it, depending on how many you purchased. And excuse me, you just have to manage the yarn how you want it to come out. And if you don't care about matching it, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to show you the solid colors now. Okay. So the next one here is the color Lagoon. Again, you can see that I started there and went to the end, and then I had enough to match up the sleeves to this striping here, and I had enough to match the collar up here. But again, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do it exactly. You can put whatever color you'd like. Okay, the next one is called Heliotrope. Started off with the dark purple and ended with these a lighter purple color. Sorry, ended up with a sort of a gray purple down here. So it runs through the dark, the pink, the purple, and a bit of gray. Then I had the pink on the sleeves here, and then I had enough to pick up for the collar in the purple. So that's the Heliotrope color. The next one is called Equator. So starting here with this medium blue, going to a purplier blue, and then a darker blue, down into a darker green to a lighter green. And then up here, I did the sleeves, and it's the darker blue and then the purpley blue here to match it as best I could. And then I used the green for the collar. I thought that was cool. So yeah, and it was really cute because this one, the color that was coming out after doing the ribbing, when I cast it off, had the turquoise dark blue on the top of the edging, which sometimes we like to do with a tubular cast on or a alternating cable cast on to get that look when you're starting top down with the collar. Sometimes you like to put a little bit of a contrast color before you start your ribbing in the main color, and that just worked out all by itself, which I thought was great. So that's that. Okay, and the last one here is called Prism. So this one has your greens and blues and pinks, orange and blue, and back to pink, and then the purple for the sleeves, and then I put the green on for the collar. So there you have it. You can see all those colors. Okay, so that is all of the kid size t-shirts in size 1 in a lot of the colors there that you can see how the striping turns out when you're in a smaller circumference. Okay, so there will be a free draw. So if you leave a comment on this video podcast, which pattern that you liked, whether it would be the Speckles and Stripes tee or the Sprinkles and Stripes tee, or this one that I'm wearing called My Sweater. So out of those 3 patterns, leave in the comments which one you liked, which one you would like to win, and just let me know there, and I will pick a winner for the next podcast and announce it on the next one. So there's that. Okay. Now I just want to show you the actual pattern. So this is the Speckles and Stripes tee. This is what you'll get when you purchase it on Ravelry. So there's the front cover of it. So that is the Speckles and Stripes tee for the adult version. And this is the Sprinkles and Stripes tee pattern for the child size. Okay. And this is just my catalog here. I'm just going to show you this. This is just my catalog that I order these yarns from. And it's just showing you a picture of the cake there and all the colors that it comes in. And there has been new ones since this catalog come out. So there's a lot more. Now, I don't think I've said this yet, but when I purchased the yarn for the Cotton Supreme Waves, it comes in bags of 5. So 5 cakes in a package. And that's how you put them up in your store. I purchased the one for this here top. So I had 5, and I just wanted to show you how much yarn it took and talk about that for a moment. It, for my size, I used less than 3 cakes. Okay, so less than 3 cakes for doing size 34 in the color Paradise. So this is, I'm going to show you what I have left of the 5 cakes. I don't know if I can hold this all up at the same time. So I'll just do these 3. So this is what I have left over from the 5 cakes of yarn, because I used up what I could, and then I cut some out what I needed for the rest of the top to make it look the way it does. So out of these 3, I haven't weighed it to see how much the top took exactly, but that's what I got left over, and these 3 little bits. So there's enough here. There's absolutely enough here for me to make a child's size version with what's left over. So I could easily do a size 1 or 2 anyway out of this leftover yarn. So if you get yourself some extra and you wanted to make one for your child or grandchild, definitely get some extra. It's so worth it to be able to use it the way you want to make your top, and then to have leftovers to make one for them as well. So that's what I had left over. So you get a good idea there. Okay, so let me see. I just want to show you another top that I've done using my pattern, but I used a different yarn. So if you're in the States, you have a Hobby Lobby and a Joann's store there. And when I was there in Watertown, when I went to Rhinebeck back in October, I think it was, or maybe it was the time before, I'm not sure. I was down there a couple times this past fall, and I purchased some yarn there, and it was a number 3 DK weight yarn called Essential Cotton. It's the premium yarn, and I'm just going to show you the label. Okay, so that's the yarn that I used to knit the body of this sweater. It's the same t-shirt, but this here yarn. So there's the hem, there's the body of the t-shirt. And the color that I used for the collar, the cuffs, and the hem was a universal yarn called Cotton Supreme DK. So there's the label, Cotton Supreme DK. Now these come in solid colors, and this was the color Hosta. The color of the body of the t-shirt was called Cliffside. Okay, so this is called Cliffside, and this is called Hosta. And these were, this here Cotton Supreme DK is the same as the Cotton Supreme Waves, only in the solid colors. So I use the solid colors. I just wanted to try something, you know, else to see how it goes. This yarn feels a lot thicker than the Cotton Supreme Waves. It's a heavier cotton, it's thicker cotton, and I was really disappointed in this yarn, actually, in a way, because there was 6 knots in one ball, and I had to do some, you know, a lot of ends to tuck in, I'll say. And not only that, I use the skeins just the way they were. It looks like a hand-dyed yarn too, and I use the skeins just as they are, but you can see that there is a bit of a line down 2/3 of the way, like right here. Okay, you can see that it isn't perfect, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. But it is different, that's for sure. Now I haven't washed and blocked this t-shirt. That's why the collar's kind of folding back a little bit, but I'll probably just wear it first and then wash it after, because that's fine too. But anyways, the yarn, it's soft. It's nice and soft. I wouldn't say as nice as the Cotton Supreme Waves, and definitely disappointed in the knots, but it is a lot heavier. So I think it's going to be a hotter t-shirt in the summer to wear than this would be. So this might be a good spring one, and a fall one to wear with a sweater or something like that. So anyways, that was that t-shirt and yarn. Okay, where are we now? We're into some acquisitions. So I know that some people like to see these and some people don't, but I received a box from Westminster Fibers, and it was a nice box of goodies, and I just wanted to show them to you, of all the different yarns that I got, because these are things that I'm going to be experimenting with and trying out to see if I'm going to use them for new designs that I'm going to publish, but also I'm going to use them for future giveaways when I hit different milestones doing these podcasts. So if I get 100 subscribers soon, then I will use some of these for prizes. So please leave a comment below. That's the only way that podcasts grow, is, and the algorithm, it makes the channel grow, is by leaving a comment. So whether you want to ask me a question, whether you want to know something about something I've talked about today, or something you need to, you're having trouble with in your knitting, or about the free draw, leave your name in there for sure. And any questions that you might have, just ask them away, and leave anything in the comment that you want to ask. And I will get back to you as soon as I read the comments, and I like to read them all, and I do answer them, whether it be a heart or a real reply. Just leave a comment, and that will be great. So I'm going to talk about these yarns now. So I'm just going to grab the basket. I just got to bend down for a minute and pick that up. Woo! It's going to all fall over here. Let me just show you the basket before I get into it. This is what I have to show you. This is a huge basket full of goodies. So we'll get started here. Now I'm going to start with in the order of my notes so that I don't miss anything. So the first yarn that I want to talk about is called Feeling Good Yarn, and it's by Wool and the Gang. She sent me 3 of these. One is called Woodland Marl Stripe. I'll hold that up here. So it's Wool and the Gang, Woodland Marl Stripe, and you can see those beautiful colors that are coming out. This one here is the same yarn but called Night Stripe. I'm just going to throw them on the floor. So this one's called Night Stripe. Same yarn but called Night Stripe. And this one here is called Blue Sky Stripe. Same yarn. Blue Sky. So it looks like there's some gray down in there too. Now, this yarn is made of 70% baby alpaca, 7% merino, and 23% recycled yarns. Or not recycled yarns, recycled nylon, sorry. This is a 50-gram ball, and there's 142 yards and 130 meters. It is the most softest yarn that I have felt in a long time. It is, that's why it's called Feeling Good yarn, I guess. The gauge is 17 stitches and 25 rows on a 5mm needle. Okay, so that's nice and squishy and soft. Okay, so that's the Feeling Good yarn. The next one, and again, this is from Wool and the Gang. It's called Billie Jean yarn. And this one is called Washed Out Denim. So it looks like a marled yarn. It's blue and white, I would say. Blue and white, just like they say. It's called Washed Out Denim, and it's just your blue and white. This is a 100-gram ball, 148 yards, 135 meters, and it is, let me see, it is 100% upcycled, sustainable, chemical-free, and dye-free cotton, I believe. It says 20% upcycled denim, so they must have used denim jeans to recycle this, because it's 80% upcycled cotton. So there you go, made in Guatemala. So the gauge is 18 stitches, 22 rows on a 5mm needle. Again, so that's called Billie Jean yarn. Okay, so the next one is called Shiny Happy Cotton by Wool and the Gang, and this is color Espresso Brown. Okay, so these are 100-gram balls as well, 155 yards, 142 meters, 100% Pima cotton. So this is 18 stitches, 24 rows done on a 5mm needle. It's very soft, and it's vegan. So it says vegan on it. Very nice. Okay, so the next one is called Take Care Mohair. And this here is also by Wool and the Gang. And this here is called Candy Apple Green. And it is 78% mohair, 13% wool, 9% polyamide. And the gauge is 13.5 stitches, 18 rows on a 6.5mm needle, and this is Candy Apple Green. So there you go. Okay, now this is the same yarn, same specs, only called neon pink. Very, very soft. Okay, oh, I forgot to tell you the price of these as I was going as well. So anyways, oh dear. Well, I can start now at the next ones, or does it matter? The next one is the Regia Premium. I'm trying to hurry because I don't know how long my phone is going to last, but if I have to stop and recharge and finish this, I will, but we'll just keep going. So we are on Regia Premium Merino Yak. So this is Regia Premium Merino Yak sock yarn. There's no label on this one. It was just off when I got it. So, and I don't know the color name, but it's very soft. Don't have too many specs on that one because of the labels missing. The next one is the Regia Premium Silk Color. So Regia Premium Silk Color. This is a 4-ply sock yarn. It's a 100-gram ball. There is 400 meters, 3.5 ounces, 437 yards. It's 55% wool, 25% polyamide, and 20% silk. So, and this is in the color 00045. Okay, very soft. Okay, the next one is called Regia. Let me see. Yeah, Regia Energy Flow Color. This yarn is a little different. It's got little nips or nubs or little pieces of yarn. Little pieces of yarn attached to it, if you can see it up close. Okay, so this here is 100-gram ball, and there is, it's a number 2 yarn. It's 42% wool, 33% cotton, and 25% polyamide. There is 300 meters and 328 yards. And there's a picture of the sock here on the ball band to show you what the yarn, how the yarn comes out of the ball, if you can see. So it does self-stripe itself. It's pretty different. Okay. The next one is the Regia Cotton Color Supreme Breeze. So Regia Cotton Color Supreme Breeze. That's a long title. Okay. And that is in colors 02478. 02478. And this is 72% cotton, 18% polyamide, and 10% polyester. This is a number 1 weight, and it's 100 grams, 420 meters, and 459 yards. And there's a picture of the sock on here too, and it really looks like hand-dyed yarn when it's knit up. It comes out in sort of a, what do you call it? Sort of a fade, if you want to call it. I'll just put it up and see if you can see that. I think these yarns would be great for sweaters too. Making yourself a sweater, and maybe even holding some mohair with it and seeing how that turns out. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking if I held with this particular sock yarn, this one here has some green bits in it, as you can see, that bright neon green. And I thought, what if you paired those two together? You know, see what happens. Okay, so that's that. The next one is the Regia Tweed 6-ply. Now this is the one that I'm going to knit up my new sock pattern design with, because I've been wanting this to match the sweater that I'm working on too. I'm working on a new top-down pullover that I showed you on last podcast. I had the German short rows done, but I didn't have any more, and I haven't worked on it since because I've been working on other things. But this yarn matches it really well. It reminds me of the Levy and May Corey worsted confetti, and also the hedgehog fibers yarn. So that's kind of the feeling I'm get when I see this yarn. This is, yeah, the Regia Tweed 6-ply. I don't know if that's focusing there. It's getting a little bit darker in here. I don't know if you can see it better. That end might have more speckles. There's just tweedy bits all over it. You know, when I look at it, I can see blues and reds and different colors, rusts and different colors coming out with the tweed bits all over it. So that there is 70% wool, 25% polyamide, and 5% viscose. They are 150 gram balls, 375 meters, and 410 yards. So you get a nice pair of socks out of that. And I think it'd be great for sweaters too. So there's that. So that's your DK weight sock yarn. And another DK weight sock yarn that I have here is called Regia 6-ply. This is in the color 02787. Okay, and there's a little picture of the sock pattern on the side. So it's sort of like a Fair Isle tapestry look to this design that comes out. There are stripes, and then there's some Fair Isle designs like tapestry. Reminds me of those oriental rugs kind of. It's sort of the color of this one anyway. So there is a pattern that comes out when you knit with this yarn. These are 150 gram balls as well. And there is 375 meters, 410 yards. And this is a DK weight. So, all right. Am I still taping? Yes. Okay, so they also sent me some Rowan Cotton Revive. So I carry Rowan yarn as well, and this one here really has my attention at the moment. It's called Rowan Cotton Revive, and this is a 100-gram ball, and this is just the color white, and it is a DK weight yarn. But what's cool about this yarn, and when I look at it, it's a knitted tube. So it's a knitted tube, and it's made out of 80% cotton and 20% other fibers, and I'm not sure what those fibers are. So it's made in Turkey. It's, let me see. It has 250 meters and 273 yards. And they're using a 3 3/4 needle. I would say it feels maybe a little hair thinner than the Cotton Supreme Waves here, but not much. I would probably still use a 4 on it myself to try. I'm going to try it. But they sent me a color shade card here with a sample knit up in it already. And I just wanted you to see all the colors that it comes in. I think this is going to be a great yarn for summer knitting this year for me. So you can see, I'll just hold this up. Oops, sorry. So the colors there that they're calling them, there's white, pebble, sand, cherry blossom, sienna, wash, moss, breeze, ocean, and black. So there is some nice colors there. And the sample here that they've made up, I'll just show you what the fabric looks like. It's very, if I can hang it down there, you can see that it's very, very drapey and feels nice. It's different. It's not like the Cotton Supreme Waves where it's very soft cotton. It's a different feel of a cotton, but it still would be nice to wear. I think it would be really breathable and cool to wear this summer. So that's the shade card for that. They also sent me a shade card for that Take Care mohair, and I just thought I'd show you those colors that it comes in as well. Okay, so there's lipstick and hot punk pink and bubblegum pink and lovely lilac, misty mauve, lazy latte, lime sherbet, eucalyptus green, powder green, midnight blue, blue steel, blue chalk, winter white, dusty gray, and space black. So there's a lot of colors there as well in the mohair. So getting there, we're almost finished. So the Rowan hand knit cotton 50-gram balls. Shade 205. Another nice cotton to use in the summer for your summer knits. Another one is the Rowan Summer Light DK 50-gram balls. Now, there's 142 yards on this, or 130 meters, and they are all DK weight. The other one is called Summer Light 4-ply. Now this is a bit thinner. It's a 50-gram ball too. These are all 100% cotton. This one has 191 yards, 175 meters. So a little bit thinner. So lots of spring and summer knitting to get going on to be ready to wear your knits for this season. So, and the other package that they sent me was just some double knitting yarn, DK weight yarn, 100-gram balls, and this is called Sirdar number 1. 100-gram balls. There is 251 yards and 230 meters on the yardage there, and they are made up of 50% acrylic and 50% nylon. So just a package of those. Okay. So those are all the different yarns that I received in the mail, and shade cards, and what else? Let's see. Just checking my notes here to make sure that I have everything. Oh yeah, there's one more little acquisition that I have. I ordered this myself, and I thought it was the cutest little thing, because if you're keeping a journal or you like to make tags to put with your gift knits, and just want to dress the little tag up with something cute, this is a little book. It's called I Love Knitting Stickers by Teresa Goodridge. So I believe there's 26 different stickers in this little booklet, and I'll just show you what they look like. So here's the first page. And I'll show you. So this is what you get. And the last page so I thought they were so cute because you can just decorate your journal with them, or note cards, or tags, whatever you want to do with them. I thought they were quite cute. So I just picked up some of those, and so we're near the end here. I did have a lot more to say today, but I think I'm going to stop it here soon because I'm over an hour now. But I just want to leave you with some pearls of wisdom. I usually put some pearls of wisdom on each one of my patterns, and I just find them and just put them on. And it's just, they're just little thought-provoking sayings or sentences, and I just don't know which one. This one is on one of the patterns here that I published yesterday, but I'm just going to read it to you. And it says, boiling water makes potatoes. Sorry, let me just start that again. I never can do this right. Boiling water makes potatoes soft and eggs hard. It's about what you're made of, not the circumstances. So that is thought-provoking, and I like to put those on there just to add a little something to my pattern. So anyways, so that's all I have for you today. And I just want to thank you all for watching and taking time out of your day to spend with me. I really appreciate it so much. And I look forward to reading all your comments and getting to know you and this community a little better. It's I watch a lot of podcasts, so I really enjoy them and appreciate them, and know how much work goes into them now that I'm doing one myself. And if you found any of this interesting, or you want to ask me anything about it, please do so in the comments below, or you can send me a private message. You can email me. If you like this podcast, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to it if you want to see more of what I'm doing, and hit the bell to be notified for the next one that comes out. I'm trying to do once a month, and I have been doing that since I started, and this is only my 5th one, so I'm doing pretty good. I would like to do more, but I find doing the one is a lot. So also share this with your friends so you can share it and get them watching it as well if they like to knit or crochet. I will be showing crochet content sometime soon. And in the meantime, keep well, and I'll see you in the next podcast. So happy knitting. Bye-bye for now.